What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the beloved, well, my beloved Sega Astro City cabinet and the issue that we have. So when I first got the cabinet, everything was perfect. Everything was fine as far as just the operation overall. And I've changed out a few things here and there, cleaned up the wiring, replaced the buttons with the appropriate sandwalk colored buttons and all that, and the ball tops and all that looks great. The monitor, for the most part, looks really, really good, with the exception of one thing. You can kind of start to see it now. Look at this. Look at that hourglass shape. Come on, you can kind of see it right there. This is definitely, maybe this is what you want to see on your woman, but you don't want to see this on your arcade cabinet, especially when the monitor is right there in front of your face. So all the adjustments that I could make, everything responds to all the adjustments that are on the control board, except for this adjustment that brings this out. I'll show you what that looks like right now. So with American style cabinets, most of the control boards for the monitor are in the back. Sometimes they're located under the control panel like this. I think they probably took some inspiration from those Japanese candy cabs. Everything is right here. And there's just a ton of, I just love the way that this is modular. If you want to have first player, second player, a kick harness for added additional buttons, like the three kick buttons on either side, you can do that just by plugging in the correct wiring harness. There's a lot of different places that there's a lot of different types of harnesses that are out there. There's a few places. There's one on eBay that actually they're based in France, and they make different types of harness. And I've gone to them to get the correct harness for my 6-button setup, and it works absolutely great. Another really convenient thing, not just the fact that the controls are here, but the monitor controls are here. So while you're sitting down, you can look at your monitor and make out all your adjustments. So what you have here, let me zoom in and let you see kind of what I'm looking at right here. Okay, so we have all of our adjustments here, and the adjustment that I'm looking for, I believe, is the H size. Okay, so on the control board, you can see what I'm adjusting here. There's your V size, your vertical size. You see how that kind of squishes down like that, then it opens up. You have your V position, which is up and down. You have your horizontal position, which is left and right. And then this other potentiometer, nothing. I get absolutely nothing. That's easier to see whenever I have a clear background or a solid black background. I'm just not getting that adjustment at all. So hopefully it's just that potentiometer. I've picked up some. We're going to go ahead and take this control board out, head to the shop, make the swap, plug it in, and hope it all works. I've never taken this out before. Just want to make sure I'm pulling. Okay, it is just a straight pull. Very gently. Okay, so don't make fun of my helping hands over here. The DeWalt clamp. I had a setup of helping hands, and they were misplaced or lost or something. I have no idea. I don't know what I did with them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't know what I did. So we're going to use some flux here on all the soldered connections that we need to remove. Like so. And then we're going to use some of the solder wick to wick away all of the solder. At least that's the plan. So the wick's doing pretty good. You see how it's picking up all the solder from the points. I'm just taking my time here because this is, believe it or not, the first time I've done component swaps on a board like this. Luckily, I've heard, the rumor is, that these are the easiest ones to do. The components just stab through these little boards. So a little more solder. Just make sure I got everything on these 5 points, because I want this potentiometer to just fall right out of there. Just take the solder wick. And yeah, if you hold it too close, like I'm doing now, it will get hot. So just bear that in mind. There we go. I did get a little too aggressive with it, you can see. I splayed that out nice. but if I had to, I could probably put those back in. All right, let's do that. All right, that's what it looks like. Nice and clean. Maybe I got some rubbing alcohol right here. We'll get a Q-tip, clean that up, and then we'll grab the new part, put it in. There should be, see, an exact match, minus the bent prongs there. So this is a good one. We hope anyway. We hope this is the problem. We hope this is the issue, of course. So let's put those components in there. Oh, come on. Look how beautiful that is. Clips right in place. Very nice. Very positive. So now we just take our our official helping hands of the 19K5 channel. Pretend soldering gun and turns nice and smooth. So let's yeah, there's only thing left to do is plug it into the cabinet and see if this works. I really hope this is it, but we won't know until we give it a try. And I think we've done absolutely nothing. Okay, so it's not the potentiometer on the control board. Great. That's just great. Well, it is what it is. We're going to have to continue down the rabbit hole and see what else we can adjust. We're going to have to go to the back of the cabinet, I guess. See what's back there, see if there's some adjustment or component that's out of whack on the back side. So that piece out of the way. Let's open up this panel here and see what the hell we can adjust back here. You can see inside here there are a row of adjustments all the way up here, all the way up there. But I guess I can play with. Here's where the controller board plugs in. Oh, sorry, camera. Plugs in right there. So I have to mess with this and see if I get any kind of results. I do know that everything was fine until I moved the cabinet. I picked it up and moved it, and when I set it down, there was like a bump when I set it down, and it wasn't able to adjust. So maybe that's just the issue. I don't know. We'll check it out and see what we can find. Okay, so what I found doing a little research online is that usually there's a cold solder joint on the bottom of that component right there. What is it? 508? 0508, I believe, is the number on that. And I verified that by just sort of flicking it with the screwdriver, kind of moving it around. And once you do that, you can see that, yeah, it definitely makes a difference on the front of the screen. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. All right, so what you can see now is that it is start button. And now it's it fills it up, but then you also have this weird sort of, like, it's bowing outward now, the hourglass effect. And I think that's that other potentiometer that I adjusted is kind of out of whack. So if I adjust that back, it should bring that back straight. So let me see if I can work on that, make that adjustment, and then we'll go from there. I think it was 450. Was that potentiometer? Went all the way back. Yeah, I'm going to take that back the other direction. Let's see what that looks like. Just got the hourglass effect going there, don't I? I'm going to adjust that. What can I do here? A lot of adjustments. So you see that I can actually widen it out now with my potentiometer. So potentiometer is working. My replacement was good. That's definitely a good thing. But now we've got to get rid of this hourglass effect here. So what I'm adjusting is, like I said, it's 450 on the back side. That potentiometer there, I had gone all the way to the rear. Now I'm adjusting forward. Take it all the way to the rear again and see what that. Okay, so that kind of. Okay, so now I've got this direction. So I need to find in the middle, and that should flatten that out. And we should be good to go. Now, this is not a permanent fix by any stretch. Go about middle. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, you see, when I press on the board, it kind of went back to what it was. You see, it almost straightens that out, and you can come over here with your horizontal and then stretch that out a little bit and get that looking decent. Let me adjust that a little bit more. 450. Or number 450 again on the chassis. A little bit. As long as I don't bump the chassis, I should be good. Okay, that's filling it up nice. That looks really good. Okay, so forgive the screen wobble that I'm sure you're seeing. I'm really happy that this is this is fixed. Fixed. I use that term loosely. It's sort of kind of fixed. It definitely probably is going to require require me to take that chassis out and then just touch up the cold solder joints on the bottom of that component. The component is 0508. The monitor in this candy cab is a Nanao MS9-29A. But for right now, I'm just really happy that I'm able to play this thing. It actually fills up the screen nice, and it does make a lot of sense. Because when I moved this and I sort of dropped it, it wasn't a gentle place down. It was a smack. I kind of smacked it down. That was back in the old arcade where we had concrete floors, solid floors. That definitely there was no give there. So that's probably what jarred that component loose. It is back in adjustment for the most part. Like I said, I am gonna have to go back and reflow that solder, add a little more solder, and make sure that that is a good joint so that we don't have this issue in the future. But at least for right now, we're in good shape. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel and helping me diagnose my candy cab. You have a blessed day, and I will see all of you next time.